Are you a busy professional who really wants to build wealth, right? But you are so busy that you don't even have the time to figure out where to start, what to do, and how to even start building wealth for your family. Well, continue to watch this video. Now, in this video today, I'm going to dive into the mindset, right? I've talked about this in a previous video about how we need to really transform the way we think and to frame our mind in such a way that we can start building wealth. And so, what I'm really going to dive into is really how to really cultivate that money mindset, is what I call it, right? And so, the first thing we're going to have to do is really recognize that some of the things that we were taught are not true or not right. Let me put it that way, right? And so many of us, we come up in a household where we see our parents, our grandparents, or our ancestors, they work extremely hard, but they still don't live the life that they want to live, right? I don't know about you, but that's me. Work extremely hard. And well, my dad, he was able to retire and now he's living the life that he wants to live, but it's really one out of all my family members that I've seen done that. But he worked extremely hard. And then towards the end of his life, he started investing, right? And so he also developed some knowledge about investing, and that's what kind of changes perspective. And so, of course, your mindset is going to be very important if you want to build wealth. And so what I'm going to tell you is really a series of books that I've read that really shift my mind. But before I tell you the books, I really want to talk about the mindset that you need to cultivate. So first things first, you have to really get rid of the limiting beliefs. And when I talk about limiting beliefs, these are beliefs that makes you think, or when you think of, oh, I cannot get out of debt. It's too much money. I owe too much. I just can't do it. Or I cannot save enough money, right, to whether it's start investing or just to have in the bank account, right? And so when you have these thoughts, one thing I've learned is what you think is what you become. And so if you consistently think that you will never get out of debt and that you'll never be able to save and that you will never get wealthy, guess what? You never will. And so we have to first change or get rid of those limiting beliefs in order to even start to cultivate wealth. And how do you do that? Well, you have to start envisioning yourself in the way that you want to be, right? Oh, so for instance, for me, and I'm giving you a little bit about me, right? But I envision my chef. I envision my chauffeur. I envision my jet. I envision my house. You have to envision the things that you want, right? One of the books that I read, I think it's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? No, We Should All Be Millionaires. There we go. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's a game. We Should All Be Millionaires. That's a book that I read that really had me sit down and do this challenge of writing out how I want every part of my life to look. And in doing so, I got new goals. And so you really have to start envision or immersing yourself into the things that you see yourself or want to do in order for you to even start making that trajectory to go towards what you want. And so the books that have really changed my life, and I'm going to tell you two freebies that I found very free, but very, very helpful. And then I'm going to tell you about two that are paid. But there's so many more, right? And so the first one, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And everybody, you've heard about this. And a lot of my friends, they'll say, I've read this book before and I didn't do anything. Don't just read the books, right? Again, immerse yourself in the books and don't just sit there. The author, he talks a lot. Robert, he talks a lot of things and he's a wealthy man. And so in this book, he's sharing with us a lot of tips. He's talking about investing and the people you should hire on your team or a part of your lifestyle and how you should go about hiring and those type of things. And let me tell you, the wealthy talks to the wealthy. And so for him to put this in this book for us who aren't wealthy yet, the power of yet, right? It's very essential, right? Because there are many people who are charging a lot of money to get you this simple advice that is in this book. So, of course, I'm going to link below the free audio because I'm an audio girl. I'm going to link below the free audio book so you can grab it, listen to it. I think it's about 6 hours long, but set aside an hour a day or 30 minutes a day, whatever, and listen, because in order for you to really get wealthy, you have to, and I talk about this, build your knowledge. And one way to do that is to read. right? And then this book would also help to change your mindset. And so the second, it's not a book. This one, I was in a coaching program and I learned about Fearless Motivation playlist. Now, this is free on Spotify, and I'm going to link the link below. I'm not sure if I can link it, but I'm going to try to link it below. And of course, all you need to do is just sign up for Spotify and you're in. Just type in Fearless Motivation and you'll get the playlist. I listen to this like almost every single day, right? Especially if I'm like working out or if I'm taking a run, whatever the case may be. This playlist really helps me. Like, there are times when I'm not going to flex. You know, you get discouraged. You're on this journey of wealth and you get discouraged and you're like, oh my goodness, X, my bank account looks like Z. Or, you know, if you're in a business, you know, if you're running a business isn't always up. There are down days and you're like, man, I lost this client or I didn't get this contract, whatever the case may be. Or you just have a down day, right? And you don't feel like going. The Fearless Motivation playlist gets you back in, right? It helps you to get, well, for me particularly, it helps to get me in tune, get me back there. Like, I listen and I'm like, girl, get up. What are you complaining about, right? There are people who are with less than you do have, and they're doing the thing. Less knowledge, less education, and they're wealthier, right? Or, you know, whatever the case may be. And they talk about, you know, persistence, setting your goals and those type of things. So it's really a good motivation to go. So that helps to keep my mind renewed daily. Now, the next two books, for instance, The Big Leap. Oh my goodness, The Big Leap. Jesus, this book needs an Emmy Award or something if it doesn't have one already. The way you perceive things really impact even your health. And this book really breaks down how you should really go about life because, oh my goodness, it's just, you need to read The Big Leap. It's a longer audiobook. It's not free. You can buy it on Amazon Prime or Amazon Audible. It's not free, but it's a good investment. I think it's about $6. I don't know, but go check it out. But it's not that expensive compared to the wealth of knowledge that you're getting. And of course, don't just listen to the books and then say, oh, I'm good, whatever the case may be, and think, you know, with no actions behind it. But the first thing, though, it helps to renew the mind, right? And the fourth book, this isn't free, is A Toolkit for Raising Wealthy Kids. Of course, I'm the author. But in this book, I really break down how you can include your kids. So you build the wealth, right? But you're not going to build the wealth standalone. You have to make sure that you're including your kids in the wealth building. You're going to teach them how money works. You're going to teach them how to make their money make more money, right? Gone are the days. I stopped telling my kid, oh, what do you want to be in life, right? I tell him or tell them, both of them, I say, you're going to be entrepreneurs or you're going to be businessmen or you're going to be great. You're going to make big impact on the world, right? Because I don't want them to grow up thinking they have to work for money, right? The reverse, money has to work for them. So, you know, with these different nuggets, of course, Rich Dad Poor Dad, the Fearless Motivation, those are free. So go ahead and grab those, add them to your catalog, and I'll link below the links for the first two free ones. And then, of course, you have The Big Leap. That is a life-changing book, as well as A Toolkit for Raising Wealthy Kids that really takes you from the mindset that you need straight to how to protect your wealth, right? Because a lot of people, they forget that part. So I have to do a video on that part, but you really have to protect it as well. I really need to do a segment for that. But at any rate, I hope this video was helpful, and do read. So it's knowledge and mindset, but you really have to transform your mind, get rid of those limiting beliefs so that you can start building your wealth. Hope this was helpful. If it was, click the link below to get what you need. And I'm going to actually link the whole blueprint of my reading list for you. So you can just click the link and grab that. And do give us a thumbs up, right? Like this video. We would really appreciate it so we can spread the knowledge consistently, you know, throughout the world, right? All right. So hope this is helpful. Until next time.